Number 16. What are the coordinates of the center and the length of the radius of the circle represented by this equation? X squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 8y plus 11 equals 0. So I'm going to start by writing this equation. X squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 8y plus 11 equals 0. Now, the objective of any question like this is to get it into standard circle equation form, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And the reason we want this in standard circle form is because this h and k tell me the center of my circle. It gives me my center coordinates at h, k. And r, as you might guess, is my radius. Radius r. Now, what you need to do in this, other than knowing these facts, this is the only part of it that's geometry. The rest of it is just algebra skills. I need to take this equation and mess around with it, massage it until it kind of churns out an equation that looks like this. I'm just moving things around, adjusting things, maybe adding the same thing to both sides until I get it to look like my standard form equation. So, to do that, first I'm going to get all of my constants, which I have right over here, onto one side of the equal sign. And I'm also going to get my x's next to each other, my y's next to each other. So I'll start by taking away 11 from both sides. And I'm not doing anything else to these x's and y's except for moving them next to each other. So this is going to become x squared minus 4x plus y squared plus 8y is equal to minus 11. What I want to do now is called completing the square. To do that, I'm going to take this number in front of my variable with a single exponent. I'm going to take that, divide it by 2, multiply by the coefficient that I have over here. Well, it's actually really divided by this number divided by 2 times the coefficient over here, which in this case is 1, and square it. So if I do that over here, I'll move this out of the way for a moment. If I do that over here, let's see, it's going to be 4 over 2 times 1 squared. This is for the x finding the square. What that'll become is 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So here, this tells me I'm going to add plus 4 over here. Now it's still an equation. It's still, I have to follow algebra rules. If I do it to the left side, I have to do it to the right side. Plus 4, I need to do plus 4. Next, I'm going to complete the square here. So this will become 8 over 2 times this coefficient, which is just 1 again, squared. 8 over 2 times 1 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So now here I will add 16. I almost didn't leave enough room for that. If I add 16 on the left side, I better add 16 on the right side. Now what I need to do, let me rewrite it so it looks kind of nicer than what I have over here. So I'm going to rewrite it as x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 8y plus 16 is equal to negative 11 plus positive 16 is positive 5 plus 4 more should be positive 9. Now what I need to do is completing the square gives me these two sets of polynomials that are really nice to factor out. X squared minus 4x plus 4. Well, this is asking what number multiplies by itself and also adds up to this. And the answer to that is negative 2. So this becomes x minus 2 squared, because I've got, if I did FOIL here, I would end up with negative 2x, and then negative 2, the last term of it, negative 2 times negative 2, will get me positive 4. Here, this one's even easier. This becomes y plus 4, because 4 times 4, y plus 4 squared. Because 4 times 4 gets me 16, 4 plus 4 gets me 8. And this is all equal to 9. And after all that work, we've got our equation in standard circle equation form. Up here, I've got x minus a number squared plus y minus a number squared is equal to my radius squared. And let's just kind of figure that out now. Well, this is x minus 2, which means my center is at positive 2. Y plus 4, which means my center is at negative 4 in the y-axis. And since 9 is over here, this 9 represents my radius squared. So that means if radius squared is 9, then radius should be 3, because radius is the square root of radius squared. 3 is the square root of 9 squared. So my radius is 3, my center is at 2, negative 4. The answer to this question should be number 1.